I took my bike out yesterday, and about a mile in, I heard a pop, and the non-drive side pedal can spin without any consequence. So I'm assuming that something is very, very wrong with the bottom bracket. So I thought I would do a how-to, how to remove the bottom bracket, actually how to remove the crank arms, and then the bottom bracket. And I haven't decided if I'm going to just replace what I have. It's a square taper, and I'm assuming it's a cartridge. I don't know who makes it or what size, so I have to get it off first before I can kind of decide to use a crank pulling tool. So you can get these off of Amazon pretty cheaply. Like $5 and under, and it's really worth it. In a pinch, you don't have to use these, but it's super easy and really helpful. Should go pretty easily. There we go. And you don't want to do it super tight, you just want it to kind of sit in the crank arm. So I'm just gonna go till it stops. There we go. And then you just thread this, I don't know, bolt into the piece that you already threaded into the crank arm. So once you get this on, all you have to do is tighten it down with a wrench, and it basically just pushes against the spindle of the bottom bracket, and then eventually it should pop off. Although it seems to be taking its time. There we go. Okay. And now here you can see the actual. So this is the actual square taper, and this is the spindle of the bottom bracket. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is remove this cover here that's covering the non-drive side of the bottom bracket, the cartridge bottom bracket. And it has these notches in it, and basically what you'll need is a socket that's got these splines on it, designed specifically for a cartridge bottom bracket, and then basically it should just lock in like that. All you have to do is unscrew it counterclockwise on the non-drive side, like I'm doing here. And it's coming out pretty easy. It's just a pain to get without the tool, and you want to make sure to apply even pressure to the wrench. Kind of, I'm not doing a great example. This might actually take the whole thing. Oh yeah. Well, there is your problem. That is completely sheared. Wow. Okay, well, that explains it. There was my problem. Alright, well, do the same thing I did on the other side. I'm just going to thread this in to the crank arm. Right, so once this piece is in, you can thread your the bolt essentially back in, and you screw it clockwise, as you can see here, back in, even though it's the other side, just because you want to press the bolt in, push against the spindle to pop the crank arm off. So just like the other side, you'll take a wrench, and you just basically wrench it down until it comes off. And be careful to catch the chain. This might do it. When you do that, I didn't think about that when I was... Yeah, so the chain, make sure, I'm going to push the derailleur in here. Make sure to just kind of like rest it here. And that should be pretty good. And then all we have to do is loosen the same cover on this side, but because it's the drive side, we're gonna do it opposite. So you'll ratchet it as if you're screwing it in tighter. So you'll do clockwise, but it's actually loosening this cover. Should come out. Oh, no. Now once you get the cover off, no, still there is my bracket, and you can see right where it's sheared. So, alright, now I have to figure out what I would like to do.